Beautiful girl, you stainless. You be fine, I'll be painless. Yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you in.
Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Micaiah, and today I wanted to talk about something that I feel we all have to go through during our healing journeys. This is the steps of application, taking the concepts that we learn through our healing and applying them to our day-to-day lives to become a better version of ourselves. Lately, I've been coming to terms with decisions that I've made in the past and how they've led me to the point that I'm in my life. I've also found myself in a very hard place of dissatisfaction and unfulfillment. And I'm looking around at what I've done, the degree on my dresser, the multiple notebooks filled with different stories that I make up, my journals that have been half finished, and all of the other supplies that I have to take care of myself that either don't work for me anymore or haven't been put to use in some time. I love the rain, and I always attributed rain to my best days, and when I have the most ideas, when I have the most things to say, when I feel the most presence from spirit, and when I feel the most like myself. And the things that make me feel the most like myself are my artistry. Painting, writing, singing, sometimes even now, I guess, videography. And how those factor into the things that I once wanted. Do any of those things push me to want the things that I used to want anymore? If you're anything like me, you've been conditioned or taught through life to rush through big decisions or choices that might change the trajectory of what you want or what anybody else wants for your life. This is something that I've been struggling with because throughout that conditioning, you forget to start to process things in an intentional manner, and you go through life on a sort of autopilot. And when you get to a point where you can sit down, it seems like everything is either crumbling down or that you never made good decisions in the first place. Though that perception is valid, I think it's important for me, but also people who think like me, to take a moment and look around. Even though you made these decisions on a rushed basis, or you were like, okay, let me just hurry up, I have to go. A lot of these decisions cause for you to survive in places where you probably wouldn't if given the opportunity to sit and think about it. We shouldn't be living on the precipice of survival like we were living off of the lap of the land, like cavemen. I think a lot of those points in our lives get us to points where we can finally sit and breathe and intentionally choose to be whatever, however, wherever we want. To me, that falls under the guise of application. You're taking the concepts from the times where you didn't really think of what you were doing to when you get to a place where you really can't really get into the groove of doing anything, and applying those concepts of continuing to go so you can survive but also live fruitfully and thrive. A concept that I've had to apply lately, and I'm still learning to apply, is self-love. And this came up because a week or so ago I was having a really bad day. We all have our moments of feeling blue, feeling down, and feeling like maybe this isn't worth it. That's sort of how I was feeling. And my grandmother came and visited me, and as she hugged me and I cried on her chest, she just said, "You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself." And I wondered to myself, like, what is she talking about? Because I do love myself. And I realized today that it's not the fact that I don't know how to love myself, it's that I don't apply that information. We all know how to love ourselves because we love people outside of us. We love them for the same reasons that we should love ourselves. We love their ways of admiring people. We love their ways of treating people nicely. We love their courageous ways. But all of us inhabit those same traits and characteristics within ourselves that we love so much about anybody else. And it just takes maybe somebody telling you to love yourself, or a video, a TikTok, or one of my videos to let you know how to apply that. It's important to look to yourself for those same admirable traits, and to champion yourself for having those traits, and to love on yourself for being just who you are, because you love everyone else for being who they are. And so, not just saying I love myself and then going about your day not taking care of yourself, but adhering to some type of routine that makes you feel better and that starts off your day with love, joy, and peace. For me, that looks like saging and setting my intentions and, smudging some Palo Santo to get my energies right, to get my mind clear, and to just look at everything for what it actually is. It looks like praying and using my devotional and asking God for guidance on whatever I need guidance on that day. It's drinking water, taking care of yourself, actually going to use the bathroom, actually going to take a shower, actually going to brush your teeth. These sound like things that we should just be doing on a regular day-to-day basis. And if you are, that's beautiful. But a lot of us, especially me, I know, got into very depressive modes, especially with the pandemic. But even before the pandemic, I was having a hard time. It was easy for me to not take care of myself. It was easy for me to stay in bed and go 3 days without showering. It was easy for me to stay in bed and go 3 to 4 days without eating. It was easy for me to not get up and go get water so I can nourish my body. It was easy to not take care of myself because I didn't love myself. That was brought on by me blaming myself for a lot of things that weren't my fault, whether it was in my past or coming up, or even right now. I feel like we like to blame ourselves for us perceiving ourselves as not being what we love about other people, when in our reality we are. We just don't allow ourselves to be that. So you know how to love yourself. You just have to apply all of that information. Everything that you love about someone else, everything that you love about any concepts. I love art because it's freeing and it's peaceful and it's truth. Like the epitome of truth. It is truth incarnate. But we all are truth. We all are life, love, and peace. You have to love yourself the way that you love everything else about your life. Because though it may seem like you don't love your life, you just don't like a certain point of it. You don't like a certain circumstance that you're in. A certain situation that is plaguing your mind, haunting you at night, stopping you from sleeping, stopping you from doing the things that you want to do the most, breaking your heart, whatever the case may be. But you are okay because you have yourself. You also have a community of people that look, talk, act similarly to you, or at least have a similar experience that you can bond with. And not because of trauma, not because of what you guys have collectively gone through, but because of the things that you love, the things that bring you all joy. We all have a community that's out there waiting for us. We all have a soul tribe that's just waiting to pull us in and manifest us, the same way we're waiting to pull in and manifest them. It's just a matter of loving ourselves so deeply and allowing ourselves to admire the things that we see in other people and ourselves, so we can pull those things closer. And that's how you apply. It's not easy. It's way easier said than done. This is something that I've been thinking about for a very long time, and I thought it would be pertinent to share it because I'm sure a lot of us are going through a season of application. And yes, this is the hard part, but these are the steps that are important for us to take to build ourselves back up. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
Well, you can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna, be who you wanna be. We don't stutter till I die.